Hello, Fearless Gamers. Matt here for Fearless Games, and today we are down at the local hobby shop called Brothers Grimm, and I'm here with press ganger
Anthony Rossio.
Now, if I'm correct, you are press ganger for Privateer Press?
Yes, not a pirate ship.
And so, primarily, as most people on the channel are aware, Privateer Press is one of their bigger games out there. Well, their only game is Warmachine and Hordes.
Warmachine and Hordes, yeah. Those are the two flagship games that pretty much everything else revolves around.
Yes, and as far as I'm aware, it's this game that's a steampunk game set in a world called the Iron Kingdoms, if I'm correct.
Yes, you are.
Okay, and what factions are there in this game?
There are currently about, I think there are now 11 factions. There are 5 for the original Warmachine game, 4 for Hordes, and then an additional kind of sub-factions called Mercs and Minions, who will work for the other factions.
Okay, and so now why would, say, any of the viewers out there would want to play Warmachine over, say, something like, like Warhammer 40K or Battlefleet Gothic or Flames of War, stuff like that?
Warmachine is a nice game that has it can be stretched to extremes. You can play very small games with it. You can play big games with it. It has a very low-cost introductory price. If you want to get a few models together, a battle box, and then some accessories, you'd have what you need to play forever. You would never have to buy another model, and you can go from there. It also has some of the best-looking models out there, definitely in league with the competitors.
Okay.
And the rule set is very clean and very structured. They've done a very excellent job with balancing the game. You won't find a better balanced game out there, in my opinion, as far as war games go.
Yes, and actually, just to show just how easy this game is, we are going to now do a demo game with someone in the gaming store that has never played a war game in his life. So this is going to be very much an introduction of the game to someone, and you can also see just how easy it is to learn this game. So we will not waste any more time and get right to it.
Hi. We have here a simple battle box game. I have my Sear Forge models, and I've let my friend here, my Kador models. I set up a very basic table for us to play over. We have a hill and 2 linear obstacles. I'm going to walk him through my turn first, so that he can take his turn, see what I do, and I'll explain the rules as I go along. We have your Warcaster. They control your battle group. It's going to be your Warjacks. And he's able to also cast spells. You have your spells on your spell list. Now, a Warcaster can move on his own, he can run on his own, and he can charge on his own. If I want to move, I look at my speed value on my card, I move that many inches. If I want to run, I can double that. If I want to charge, which means I can move and then make an attack afterwards, I've moved my speed value plus 3 inches. In order for my Warjacks to move, they need focus. Your Warcaster has 6 focus, mine has 5. This is sort of like their magic power. So in order for me to start, I want to figure out, do I want my Warjacks to do anything this turn? In my case, I have a lot of slow models, so I'm going to want them to move. So I'm going to take my focus, I'm going to place 1 on each of these Warjacks. So out of a total of 5, I have 1 left.
Okay.
Now I start my turn in earnest. Each model activates individually. So each Warjack moves on its own, and the Warcaster moves on their own. I'm going to start with this gunner. He has to spend a focus to run. He can walk normally, he can move his speed, which is 5 inches. But if I want to run or charge, I need to spend focus. That's what makes the difference between Warjacks and Warcasters. So I'm going to spend the focus off of him. I'm going to run him 10 inches. I'm going to do the same for this one. 10 inches. Okay. And the same for this one. 10 inches. Now I'm going to activate the driller. Same thing. I'm going to run 10 inches. And now Gordon. Gordon doesn't need to spend the focus to run, so I'm just going to run him. He's speed 4, so he moves 8 inches. Right. And that's the end of my turn. The focus that I did not spend on Gordon at the beginning of his turn stays on him. That's important because it adds to his arm.
At any time?
You can spend it any time when I activate him, but I had really nothing to do with it.
Okay.
So it's just going to sit there. And that'll be your turn. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you want to try and figure out what you want to do with your warjacks. Now, we're still pretty far apart.
Order of fried ravioli.
There's really nothing that we're going to be able to do to each other right now.
Okay.
You do have a destroyer. He has a ranged weapon. You might want to be able to move forward.
And what is the...
This is an extra token.
Okay.
We really want to get into position to start fighting.
Okay.
So, Sorcerer can run for free if she wants to, but these need focus in order to run.
Okay.
So she has 6 to distribute. Where would you like to put them?
I guess I'll put... I guess I can do...
Now, if they run, they can't do anything else.
Okay. Now, I don't have to put them all... Do I have to put all the focus out? Or
Yes, you have to put it all out right now.
then I'll do, I guess, 20.
Okay. So now what would you like to do with the warjacks, the robots?
I guess I'd like to run with them.
Okay.
It like
So you're going to
processes and then you just get
look
you
at
get
his speed value.
Look in your eye. It's just like oh.
You go to the Juggernaut model card, and it says 4. So in
So
order
it
to
means
run,
I can move him. If it doubles it, that means I can move him 8.
yes, it does. You gotta spend a focus to do that. Okay. You can take your tape measure. Read out 8 inches.
Where do you measure from?
You measure from the front of the base to the front of the base.
Okay, so front of the base to front of the base.
So going like that, kind of?
Yep, you can. There's a little click there if you want to click it.
This is mine actually.
I guess kind of, and then just moving it like...
Yep.
Whoops. Hold on. I'll get it. Yeah. Stay down. And then go from 8 to move it to...
There you go. Yep.
there.
That focus would stay on him. Okay.
Yeah, the extra one stays on.
Yes, it does. All right.
And then I will do the same thing, I guess, with that guy.
Okay.
I will run him as well, spend a focus to do that.
Okay.
I will, I guess he will also go 8 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
But
And
instead of just
he
being
will also go to the
why
same
don't I
spot.
just take the
Okay.
train
And that will
in,
go with him.
meet you
And
guys at the doctor's
I
office.
don't think I want to do anything with,
Put it back on
that's
the
fine.
access around and go back home.
I guess, her
Her grandmother is
just yet. So I think that will be it.
I
Okay.
don't know if you're ready to do this.
Now back to my turn. All the focus that was on anything comes off. Goes unused. He gets the 5 back, and then I have to distribute again. So I kind of want to see if I can charge you this turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 focus on him, and I think I want to soften you up with some shooting. So I'm going to tell you the next part of the game, which is boosting.
Okay.
I'm going to put 2 focus on each of these guys. I'm going to leave 1 on Gordon. Now, if I use a focus on a warjack or a warcaster, I can boost a roll. Normally, when you make a attack roll, you use 2 dice.
Okay.
When you boost the attack roll, you use 3. That increases your chances. Obviously, higher numbers are better. So, what I'm going to do. What's that?
How many can you?
You can boost 1 per focus. So some models have special abilities where they get extra boosts or they boost automatically. For example, when you charge, you automatically get boosted damage. You automatically get that extra die.
But what's the maximum you can do at any given time?
It's 1 boost is 3 dice.
Yeah.
You can't keep adding focus to add more dice. It's 3 dice max.
Okay.
So I think I'm pretty close to Sorsha. So I'm going to move forward 5 inches. And I'm going to try and shoot her. I look at when I try and do a range attack. I look at the little cannon symbol, the little gun symbol on the card, and I read the range. Range is 12.
So he's looking at this
Right.
little gun picture, range 12, on range 12 on his card.
Okay.
So I'll measure from the front of his base to Sorsha, 12 inches, and I'm out. I miss. That focus stays on there, it's wasted. Since I know that's now 12 inches, I'm going to try and shoot something closer. I'm going to move forward with him. And I'm going to try and shoot him. Range 12. I'm in. The Destroyer is defense 10. I have a range attack value, or RAT, of 6. I do the difference in the math that says I need a 4 to hit you. I think I can roll a 4 on 2 dice, so I'm going to try. That means I'm going to keep this focus right here on him for now. I miss! Because that's how that works. I should have boosted.
Okay.
Alright, right now I'm in a pretty bad position. I don't like the Juggernaut being there. He's very scary. He's got a very strong axe, so I'm going to try and charge him with my driller. Speed of 4 inches, plus 3 because I'm charging. I have to spend the focus. 7 inches, out. That one focus stays there, wasted. Alright, so I've overextended myself. I've put myself in a bad position, so I want to consolidate now. I don't want you killing my caster just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him 5 inches. I'm going to move Gorton up here. If you cannot see or draw a line of sight, which would be a straight line from any part of your bases to my base, you can't see my character.
Right.
So right now I feel like he's pretty secured, even though I'm in a pretty bad position. Now we would go back to your turn. All the focus is on your Warjacks comes off as well. It comes off the sorcerer tip, and she gets all 6 back.
Okay.
So now she gets all 6 back, and she gets distributed again, like we did at the beginning of the first one.
I think I'm comfortable with doing it the same way I did it before.
Okay.
2, 2, and 2, I guess.
Okay.
So,
Alright, so now what do you want to do with your Warjacks?
I guess would it be beneficial at this point for me to charge?
It would. Now look at your speed value. Both those Warjacks are speed 4. So you have to figure out, am I within range to charge? Do I have 7 inches, which would be 4 plus 3, to get there and attack? You get a ½ inch of melee room. You get a ½ inch of wiggle room in this.
Okay.
So do you think this is 7 inches?
I think it is.
Alright, so then you would activate the Juggernaut. You say, I'm activating the Juggernaut.
I'm going to activate Juggernaut.
Spend a focus to charge. You would measure 7 inches. Here, I'll sit you up there. From the front of his base to, you can get in there. Front of his base to my base. You did it. Okay, so he's there now. Hi.
Okay.
Now you get to make an attack. My Warjack is defense 9. Your melee attack is 6. Melee attack MAT, Matt.
Okay.
What we shorten that to. Not this Matt, but this Matt. So you need the difference being 3. You need to roll a 3 on 2 dice to try and hit me. You still have a focus left on the Warjack.
I keep it.
You hit. Alright. Now that you charged, you get an extra die. It's boosted because you hit with the charge attack. That's the bonus of charging. Not only does it get you there faster, but you hit harder. So now you're going to roll 3 dice.
And what am I?
Plus the power and strength of the axe on the Juggernaut. It's power strength 19. Right.
Axe.
Where's there?
Oh, see, right there.
Okay.
Power and strength 19. So now I have to roll a 19.
No, that's what you were adding to this dice roll. You then
Okay.
compare it to my armor. My armor happens to be 19. So basically every point over is damage on me.
Okay.
So whatever you roll is damage.
Whatever you're going to roll on me is damage on me.
Okay.
Not bad, 11 damage, that's average. Alright, now Warjacks work a little differently than Warcasters, so you have to figure out where you hit me. So you pick up one of those dice, or actually, we'll do a different colored die, so we know which one. And you're going to roll location. That's going to tell me which column I'm going to put the damage in.
Okay.
Okay, so roll the die. 3. So I'm going to do 11 damage to my 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, good. You didn't take out any of my systems. These little letters here correlate to different systems on the Warjack. One of them is my left arm, or my right arm, one of those is my left arm, one of those
And that determines,
If you take out my right arm, I only get 1 die to hit you with the right arm.
Right.
If you take out my left arm, I only get 1 die to hit you as opposed to 2.
the left arm. Okay.
Right. If you take out my C, which is my cortex, I can't give him focus anymore. If you take out my movement, I become defense 7.
Okay.
So the more banged up your Warjacks get, the worse they are. Now you have your fist too. You get this. You get all your initial melee attacks for free. So you get the axe and you get the fist. So you can roll for the fist now.
Okay.
Right. So it's 2 dice again. You need a 3 to hit. Hit. And now it's the power strength of the fist.
15.
15. So it's a difference of 4. You still have a focus on there. You can either boost this damage roll, and then you'll subtract 4 from the die roll, or you can buy extra attacks with it. So you can get a whole nother attack with the axe, which will be straight damage.
I'm gonna take the extra attack.
That's the right choice. All right, so then you're still doing the fist though. So you're gonna roll the dice minus 4. Okay, so that's 3 damage to my 5. 1, 2, 3. All right. And now you're gonna buy an extra attack with the axe. So you take the focus off. Nope. Put it. It goes off to the side. You roll for this extra attack, so you need a 3 to hit again. Hit, and now straight damage again. And this one you would get 2 dice again because it's not a charge attack.
Okay.
So 7 to my, you pick up the black die and roll it. 7 damage to my 3. I mark that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. You took out my cortex. I can no longer give this jack focus.
Okay.
That's really bad for me. That means I basically can't buy attacks, I can't boost attacks, I can't charge. So you've pretty much crippled him.
Okay.
I'll get my initial attacks, but that's it.
Okay.
Alright. So let's move on to the next model. You have your destroyer still. What would you like to do with the destroyer?
I will, I guess, charge with him as well.
Okay. Where are you going to charge?